We bid you welcome. In this community of radical inclusion, we make space for what you believe and what you love. Your whole self is welcome here. Welcome, all who believe that religion is wider than any sect and deeper than any set of opinions. Welcome, all who might find in our friendship strength and encouragement for daily living. We are so grateful you are here. My name is Helen Smith, and I am the service leader today. My pronouns are she, her. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us, whether enjoying the service in person or watching online. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to any visitors today. After the service, we invite you to stay for coffee and conversation downstairs in our reception hall. Please take a moment now to silence your phones, but we encourage you to share your presence with us on social media. I have a few announcements to make. On Wednesday, June 12th at 10 o'clock in the morning in the Marge Brown Room, there's the monthly Writing and Wonder Gathering. No writing experience is necessary. It is an opportunity to contemplate and write. Friday, June 14th from 9 till 12 at the Blue Hat Cafe is coffee and conversation. This is an open drop-in time to talk with UUCFers and friends. UUCF will be participating in the Livonia Pride on Saturday, June 15th from 11 till 3 p.m. The Ruth Ellis Center will be collecting donations of personal hygiene items. Please see Barb Iavan for more information. The 6th annual Farmington area Juneteenth celebration is on June 13th to the 15th at the First African Methodist Episcopal Church of Farmington at Narden Park United Methodist Church. The celebration consists of several events. We are invited to an event on Juneteenth, which is the 13th from 5 to 8 p.m. It's called Co-Creating a Community View of Juneteenth, and we are all welcome to that. On June 14th, there will be a movie night. The festival will be on June 15th, and a healing service will be on June 16th. There is a link to sign up for volunteering in Friday's e-blast. And also, we have UUCF t-shirts on sale again. If you don't have one or don't know what they look like, they're very nice. And it's nice to be recognized when you go out in public. The blue UUCF t-shirt orders are open. You can place your orders for the next 3 weeks. Look in the email blast for the Google order form. T-shirts are $20. Ask Hope Sorensen, Tom Bjorkland, or Liz Knight if you have any questions. As far as other announcements, please check the UUCF website or emails for any other announcements about upcoming events. Please rise in body or spirit for our hymn from the great hymnal, number 1024, When the Spirit Says Do. Oh, Teal? It says gray, so what?
How many verses? All of the verses. Okay.
Do
Pride Sunday, one of my favorites all year. I say this all the time. Today is definitely one of my favorites, and so I'm so thrilled that you are here. My name is Reverend Karen Madrone, and I have the privilege of serving this congregation, and my pronouns are she and hers. Today we have some opening words that require a response from you. And so your part is, may we live the spirit of pride. Let's try that together. May we live the spirit of pride. With gratitude for the freedom to be our true, authentic selves, may we live the spirit of pride. With the courage that comes from challenging fear, may we live the spirit of pride. With sorrow for those who could not be with us today, and in honor of those who died of AIDS or who lost their lives due to hate crimes, may we live the spirit of pride. With grief for those whose pain was unbearable and who left us too soon, may we live the spirit of pride. Looking ahead to the justice still withheld, may we live the spirit of pride. With the confidence that a sense of community banishes isolation and loneliness, may we live the spirit of pride. With the rainbow flag flying high, a sense of beloved community among us, and the joy that comes from making new connections, may we live the spirit of pride. And then our chalice lighting words come from Hannah Roberts Villeneuve. If you would go ahead and light our chalice. Oh, okay. People sometimes ask, is pride a protest or a party? And the answer, of course, is yes. And why not? Why not rejoice as we resist, dance as we demand change, celebrate as we create community that delights in all of who we are? So bring all of that with you this morning. Bring your policy demands, bring your glitter, bring your Supreme Court broken heart, bring your rainbow socks, bring the emptiness you feel for our siblings gone too soon. Bring your Gloria Estefan remix, bring your tender hope for change, bring your most garish eyeshadow, bring your spirit tattered and battered by a world that seems insistent on choosing fear and hate. Gather up all of these things and bring them here to a place where we don't have to shoulder those burdens or celebrate these joys alone. Come, let us worship together. Let us join in reading our shared affirmation, which is on your program. And you notice if you're not a first timer, we have changed the program, but it is on that page. We seek answers everywhere, include everyone, and live with compassion.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Corey Cortez. I'm the Religious Education Coordinator here, and my pronouns are she and hers. We are going to start off with our Wonder Box. So, who would like to help me open the Wonder Box? Do you want to help me on? Okay, come on. Michael, you can help too. Okay, there's two things in here. You take out one and you take out one, okay? And hold them up really high. Can everybody see? What do we have? These are pride flags. Look at all these beautiful colors. So these two look a little bit different, right? And we are going to, I'm going to read a book, and we're going to learn. You guys can come sit here so you can see the pictures better. You can sit right here on front so you can see the pictures better, okay? So we have here, thank you so much. So we have two pride flags here. This is the original, and this is the newer one, the progressive pride flag. And we're going to learn a little bit about, did you know that all those colors have a meaning? Yeah, they do. And so I'm going to read this book. It's called We Are the Rainbow, The Colors of Pride. And we're going to learn about the person who created the pride flag, what those colors meant, what they represent. Okay, you sure you don't want to come here so you can see the pictures?
I can see it.
Okay. All right. Purple is for spirit. Spirit means listening to your heart. You are welcome, important, and one of a kind. Blue is for harmony. Harmony means working together. Together, our voices can change the world. Green is for nature. Nature means respect for the world around us. When we take care of the world, we take care of ourselves. Yellow is for sunlight. Sunlight means we don't have to hide. Happiness grows when you let your light shine. Orange is for healing. Healing means helping when others are hurt. Friends give us strength when we need it the most. Red is for life. Life means freedom to love yourself. Our bodies are beautiful, magical, and strong. Brown is for inclusivity. Inclusivity means everyone is invited. The game is more fun when we all play together. The sign says, all are welcome. Just come sit here so you can see better. No, you like those stairs, don't you? Okay. Black is for diversity. Diversity means that we are all different. Everyone brings something special to the dance floor. The rainbow is for pride. Pride means being glad to be who you are. We are proud, we are loved, we are the rainbow. So there are many versions of the pride flag, as we saw two here. The first rainbow flag was created in 1978. It was 45 years ago when I was born.
Oh, yeah, 45.
I am. I just told you. Good mathing. By Gilbert Baker. As a symbol of LGBTQI+ pride, it originally had 8 colors. By 1979, the flag was very popular. The pink and turquoise stripes were removed because at that time, a 6-color flag was easier to make and share. And I think I had read too that the dyes were harder to come by with the turquoise and the pink. So
There's 11 colors on this flag.
there are, good counting. What are you proud of? The flag was designed in Philadelphia. This flag was designed in Philadelphia in 2017, so that wasn't that long ago. The black and brown stripes were added to celebrate and support people of color in the LGBTQI+ community. The progress flag, this one that we see here, right, was created by Daniel Quasar in 2018.
That's very recent.
Yeah, it is recent. You're right. The arrow represents moving forward and includes the pink, blue, and white of the transgender pride flag.
That was made when Matt was 1.
Wow.
6 years ago, 19.
So we have a lot to celebrate today. We are going to, any kids that would like to go down and with me and Roshni to do some crafts, you are invited to do so, but also teens and tweens or any kids are invited to stay for the service if you would like to stay for the service. So we're going to ask our congregation here, if you are sitting on the end row and you have a ribbon, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, a rainbow ribbon next to you, if you can reach across and make our rainbow bridge for our children to exit under. That would be wonderful. Thank you all.
Oh, then we're going to sing 414.
We're going to sing the children out to hymn number 414. We make space every Sunday for authentic and vulnerable sharing, which helps us build this congregation into a beloved community. We invite you to share what's going on in your life, to name your feelings and the people on your heart in need of prayer, good energy, best wishes, and other help. We invite you to get into your body and investigate what emotions you're experiencing, to share them as you feel called so we can help one another hold our joys, our grief, our in-between feelings. You are welcome to come pick up a stone or stones from the table, infuse or charge it with your joy or sorrow, and place it in the singing bowl, where its energy will ripple out to be held by all of us. If you'd like to verbally share something important on your heart, please come up and speak directly into the microphone. If you have submitted a joy or sorrow via text, it will be read aloud by me. All are welcome to participate in any of these ways. One for the joys, one for the sorrows, and one for the strength of the gathered community that can support you and bring you peace.
In addition to what you all heard, yesterday was a memorial service for Jim Richards. And so we hold Jim's family and friends also in heart, and so we recognize his passing. Let us take a moment of silence and contemplation here together in this space. Spirit of joy within each of us, spirit of love that expands out to the world, be with us here now as we feel all the stirrings of compassion in this community, all the ways that we are transforming and helping the world transform as well. Thank you for this beautiful space and these wonderful people as we continue to live into our values. Blessed be. Please remain seated and join in singing number 1053 in your teal hymnal, How Could Anyone?
Anyone
Our reading today is A Prayer of Queer Thanksgiving by the Reverend Micah Boosie, who's read by many of you, and we're going to go directly from that into a song. So if the choir could come up, and Diana, I'm sure you already talked to them about this. Yes, okay, they're looking confused. If you want to come up, and just as soon as when the video is done playing, then you will begin your song. We look forward to hearing from you.
I sing praises to this little boy, no more than 7 or 8, who just pranced right up to me.
Just pranced right up to me.
Just pranced right up to me.
Interlaced his tiny nail-polished fingers with my own and cried out, "Twins!" I sing praises to his choice of sparkly green, which perfectly complements my shimmery purple. I sing praises to his guts, his gumption, his presumption that I am a friend, a familiar, a fellow fairy, family, even though we've never met.
I sing praises to the street that brings us together, and to the fabulous, whomever he, she, they will become. I sing praises to the well-coiffed mother, bubbling over and teary-eyed, as she explains he saw you all the way across the street and just had to say hello.
I sing praises to the baseball-capped father, looking on with quiet pride as he asks, "Do you paint yourself, or do you have them professionally done?" I sing praises to the grandma and the grandpa, holding hands and smiling wide as they look one another in the eye and celebrate what their love has made.
As they look one another in the eye and celebrate what their love has made.
As they look one another in the eye and celebrate what their love has made.
I sing praises to the dozens of witnesses to this family reunion, the ones who hurry by and the ones who slow down, the ones who look up from their phones
To watch history being made. The ones who set aside their cynicism.
for one brief, shining moment, so they can join us in the smiles.
Connect with this connection as I squeeze the tiny fingers of this 7 or 8-year-old unicorn and proclaim, "Twins!"
And I sing praises to the cloud of invisible witnesses that surround us, and the singing and the praising. I feel them appear around us. This is fantasy, but this is real. This is fantasy, but fantasy is what painted our nails in the first place.
I see Marcia, brick in hand, ready to take no shit, and Sylvia, microphone primed, ready to take us to task.
I see Christine done up and glamorous, no hair out of place. And I hear Marlene and Sylvester and David crooning as Billy tickles the ivories.
I see Langston and Lorraine and James and Terrence and Oscar scribbling away as Jose and Eve and Michelle critique and queer and complicate. I hear Divine and Candy and Jackie and Andy and Hibiscus whispering, "Don't be so serious. Let this just be the silly thing it is." I feel the breeze as Alvin twirls by, and I feel the squeeze as Alan computes the logic of it all. I see Harvey and Audra and Michael and Harry and Gilbert and Edie and Cecilia and Dick, satisfied and still nudging, content and continuing to fight. I hear Leonard and Howard composing a hit as Michael choreographs a group number and Frida lines us all up for what will surely be a kooky portrait for the ages.
I feel the forces, see the faces of the famous and the foreign, and the cloud opens wider to reveal our mess of martyrs. I see Matthew and Brandon and Roxana and Joan. I see faces I've never seen before. I hear names I've never known.
I hear voices I've never heard before shouting, "Twins, twins, twins." We are nothing alike, and we are everything alike. We are on the street together, and we are more than worlds apart. We are a rainbow, and we are a cloud, born of color and tears, of triumph and tragedy.
Feeding the arc of a moral universe that has trampled us, even as we decorate the damn thing and teach it how to bend.
We are serious and sassy, glittery and grim,
furious and filled with fear that fools itself into fabulosity.
We are everything I describe and nothing I describe. We are everything I see and so much I do not see.
We can pick out one another on the street, and we can be strangers in the same parade. We are more than fits inside our ever-expanding initials, and we are only as much as we allow ourselves to be.
We are a rainbow and we are a cloud, bending and bursting, beautiful and terrifying. And I sing praises to the rainbow and I sing praises to the cloud. I sing praises to the colorful progress, and I sing praises to the storm that shouts progress is a myth. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion.
I sing praises to the universe that we are, to the rainbow that we've been, to the cloud we will all become. And I feel that word fizzing up inside me, though it often frightens more than frees. Family. I sing praises to this family.
I sing praises to this family that claims me for who I am and gently shoves me into who I can become. I sing praises to the saints who don't want to be saints.
To the martyrs and the heroes who ask for none of the notoriety. I sing praises to the bloodless ties that keep us afloat until the blood ties catch up.
I sing praises to the clouds that cry out, families belong together, and know that it means so much more than what some want it to mean. I sing praises to this fleeting moment on the street, a moment that begins between two nail-polished people.
And then prisms out, extending the rainbow, creating the cloud. We are twins, and we are nothing alike. We are seeking a tribe, and we are extending the tribe. We have so much to teach, and we have so much to learn. We have eternal praises to sing, and we have eternal thanks to give.
Our greatest gift is the light of our color and the salt of our tears. As we recognize one another like children on the busy street and insist on saying, "Hello, I see you. I feel this between us, and I can't quite explain it."
I sing praises to our gift of family recognition, and until all families bend to the love of difference,
until this country bends to the love of family, I sing praises to this growing familial cloud. Rainbow saints painting paths for their yearning children.
and I pray not with my own hands clasped together, but with my polished fingers interlaced with any other child I can recognize. Amen.
As the moon sets its
Sometimes when I'm over there, I'm feeling kind of confined. So I'm trying to always practice new risk-taking, and so here's another risk day, right? Why do we do this? Why do we even bother doing Pride Sunday? I had someone a couple of weeks ago ask me that because they said, well, how many people would it matter to, basically? I said, if it matters to one, then it matters. Doesn't it? If it matters to one. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? All of us have had those kinds of moments in our lives, regardless of what our backstory is. Somebody along the way, whether it was a family member, a schoolmate, somebody has tried to put us down. So we know that that happens. We know that. What I also appreciate is the next part of that song of saying, how could you need to know that you matter to me. I want you to know that I see the beauty in you. To me, that is a big part of our Unitarian Universalist theology. Isn't just that we believe everybody has inherent worth and dignity. We believe it for ourselves, we believe it for others, and we bring that belief out into the world, far beyond what we can see. Because it's so important for people, when you start to believe in yourself, because I'm sure many of you can think of times when perhaps you were not feeling so confident. And then somebody else believed in you. Somebody saw something in you that you couldn't quite get there for yourself. But perhaps their belief helped you onto the next thing and the next risk until that was just what you were doing. But because other people helped you to see that for yourself. But another thing I appreciate about that song is that it starts with, how could anyone? How could anyone tell you, the person that they think are amazing? I think of this all the time. Like in our world, we have this idea that falling in love is only a romantic thing. But what if we opened our hearts big enough to fall in love with anybody around us and we see their joy and their amazement? When I was thinking on this, I was remembering going to General Assembly or some of our UU camps where kids grow up, oh my gosh, they grow up hearing this song that the choir just sang, only now with new words that have even been expanded. Fred Small, the writer of that song, that talks about everything possible. He started it with one verse, once that's in your teal hymnal. And he has updated that to expand even more of how, because it starts off with the original words, talking about boys are like this and girls are like that. But he has changed his mind, and that has helped us all to learn and grow. How can we further expand? That is one of the things I appreciate. I have this long list ongoing of things I appreciate about Unitarian Universalism, and one of them is we're not stuck. We can come up with things, come up with ideas, we can write them down, we can put them in books, and then later we can say, you know what? I've changed my mind. I have expanded. A new idea has come to me, and I am willing to say, maybe I was wrong when I printed this the first time, because that's the information I knew at the time. And now I have more information, and now I'm willing to expand. And so now we have a whole version now that the choir sang today that is not printed in a book, but hopefully will be in the future virtual UU hymnal that we will all have access to. And that will help us continually expand our own ideas. Even just hearing this song probably helped you. Maybe it helped you think on, gosh, what would it be like to have grown up with hearing this song, Everything Possible? Your parents telling you every day, I see everything possible for you, all the time. So many of us grew up with people with their own limited understanding of the world. And they pass that limitations onto us. And we spend the majority of our life, hopefully, trying to remove those stories. Hopefully trying to say, what was the story that was passed down to me? Is this thing that I'm saying actually mine? Or is it from somebody else? And I can now let that go. But doing it in a way that we're not saying that person was bad, although they might have treated us badly because of their interpretation. How can we move through that so we can let go of those stories and create new stories for ourselves? We are ever expanding our understandings in our world. So I thought I would tell you a little bit about my own coming out story. It's very hard to actually tell personal things sometimes, but especially when Pride Sunday is personal, obviously. So I thought a little personal story that I think helps, because it's easy to live in a bubble and think, oh, the world has changed so much, we don't need this anymore. But we do. Because the Reverend Micah Boosie, who wrote that prayer that many of you read and it was shared earlier, he actually wrote that and shared that last year. And then this past Friday, he lives in Manhattan in New York City, and this past Friday, he shared about a man who shouted out a gay slur to him on the streets. The world has not changed as much as we think it has. The majority has, but there are still people who think it's perfectly fine to shout out negative slurs because they feel like they can and they should. Our goal is to keep moving that rainbow arc to the direction of more acceptance, more care, more love. So just a little story of my own, that my journey of coming out was very fraught with all the cliches, all the years of who do I tell, and it was all about like starting with the safe people and trying to figure out who and where and all that kind of stuff. Started with one of my aunts who I thought was accepting. I didn't think she was accepting. I thought she was like somebody that I could actually be myself with. But then, without my approval, she shared that with many other people, including my grandmother. And my grandmother, then my grandfather's funeral had happened recently, and I did not go. I couldn't afford to go. She sent me, sometimes coming out stories can be both terrible and funny. So she, at the time I was working for a college in Missouri, and so we had P.O. boxes as a part of the college. I was living there, and then there were P.O. boxes for the city. And so she sent me this envelope of pictures from my grandfather's funeral with this letter that talked about how it was just terrible that I was a lesbian, and on and on. She sent me both of these things in the same envelope. But here's the funny part. Yes, I know that's terrible, but here's the funny part, is that the post office got these things mixed up. And so they sent it to the person at the other P.O. box in the city. And I never saw these things. And so somebody else got that package. And then guess what this other person did? You'll never guess. She wrote back to my grandmother. She wrote back to my grandmother and said, "How could you say these things to your granddaughter?" A total stranger. I have no idea. I've never met this person. I only knew about it because after that, then my grandmother was confused about my address. The address was right. It's just that the person put them in the wrong place. And so she ended up calling a friend of mine. That friend called me and to tell me, your grandmother's upset, blah, blah. And so I sat with that for a couple weeks, and I thought, I really believe in like direct conversation when there's something going on. So I finally just called her up and I said, "I hear that you're upset with me about something." no. And then she talks about like all the various stories from cousins or whatever. And so this goes on for, I try several more times to finally say, like, well, I understand from Anne there's something you wanted to talk to me about. She's like, no. I said, okay, finally. Anne says you're upset that I'm a lesbian. She said, there, you said it. If it wasn't her, I would have really laughed out loud, but I wasn't like trying not to say it, but so anyway. So then she told me that I could not, this was like in October, it was like close to November, and so she said that I could not come for the holidays, and that it would upset other people if I came. And it would be uncomfortable for other people. And so for the next 7 years, I didn't go for the holidays. And so it was only after another family funeral that my mother was there, and with that, and my grandmother were talking, and my grandmother had forgotten that she had issued this ban. And so, because she said, why is it we never see Karen? And like, they have forgotten about this. And so then she finally reached out and said I could come, but then we never actually talked about it. I tried again when I came one time this was in Oklahoma, and this was when I was living in Missouri. And I tried to come. I did come, and I tried to talk with her, and I said, oh, it's been so long. And she, yep, that was it. And none of the family acknowledged anything, and I thought, you know what? Life is short. I did not go back again. And once people, that's one of my life philosophies. Once people tell you who they are, believe them. Because I like hold both things in place. People can change, and you have to take care of yourself at the same time. And so it matters. These stories happen. Individuals, families, people can hurt each other and continue to hurt each other, even now, even today. So it matters that we believe that Pride Sunday matters, that sharing the rainbow arc, extending it to include everyone however we can, it truly matters in all the ways that we can. And so there are a couple of things I just wanted to draw attention to. That we were at the Ferndale Pride a couple of weeks ago. It was a great time. Barb was at the table, and we talked to people, and Marie, of course, and we shared a little bit about youthism and shared some stuff, and then we're going to be at the Pride this Saturday at Livonia. We have some stickers that are interactive, and so downstairs then you will see that there are stickers laid out at the table that says proud to be, because it's important to think about what it is you are proud of. Pride isn't only about GLBTQI stuff. You can also think about whatever it is that you are proud of, and to be that for yourself. And so today we are going to do one new ritual. I know since I've been here, I've introduced a bunch of rituals. Some are older rituals that just hadn't been done here in a while, and some are brand new to the UU world. So we did in March the dirt ritual that we did a little bit, like a modified version here, and today we're going to do a glitter blessing. And so I 100% believe in blessings, because we all need to be reminded. To me, this is one of the things of religion, is that we remind each other who we are when we've forgotten. We remind each other that we have all of these possibilities within ourselves. And so today we offer a glitter blessing, a recognition of the sacred beauty inherent in every single person. Glitter has long been a symbol for the LGBTQI movement of gritty, sparkly hope in the face of prejudice and oppression, of joy and pride in the face of hatred and bigotry. Glitter is resilient and tenacious. It will stick around. The briefest beam of sunlight causes it to shine out even in the dustiest and dreariest of spaces, and its beauty comes from its brokenness. All those little pieces make it so beautiful. I have put a little bit on my hands this morning. The glitter that we're going to share with each other today is a reminder that each of us is a beautiful in our sacred imperfection. All the things that we bring, we are all beautiful. Our ever-changing selves, just like Fred Small in changing that song, our glorious plurality and all the ways that we are different, we are all beautiful. Diane Nolan is going to come up and she's going to help give a glitter blessing. I'm going to have two. If you want to just stand down there. If you want, which one would you like? Okay. So we have two of these jars of a gel-based glitter. And so what's going to happen is that you're going to walk up. Again, all rituals are welcoming but not required. So we do encourage people to start from the back if you can, but there's no, or why be in straight lines anyway? So you're welcome to come on up, and then we're going to ask, where would you like so glitter on your, could be on your hand, on your wrist, on your cheek, wherever it makes you feel most joyous. So this is gel-based and it will dry on you. So it's if you rub it through your hair like I did earlier, then you will have glitter in your hair. So that's just how it is, and it will easily wash off. And so if you cannot come forward to receive the blessing, please let us know and we will come up to you. And so we're just going to give you a little blessing while you come up while Diana plays some music. Okay, you are fabulous. Keep shining on. May you sparkle inside and out. Okay. May you sparkle inside and out. Alright, guys. You are made of star stuff. Thank you. Okay. May you sparkle inside and out. You want some more? Got it.
I better leave before you do too much.
There you go. You are fabulous. Keep shining on. George, may you sparkle inside and out. Hey, Bob. You are made of star stuff. Sure. Any more? Okay, all right. May you sparkle inside and out. Debbie, thank you. All right. Remember, you are made of star stuff, and you are fabulous. Okay. You are fabulous always. Keep shining on. All right. You are fabulous, Linda. Remember, you are made of star stuff. Thank you. You're welcome. I invite you to pause with me as we come to the end of this ritual, which is still this moment. Look around at all of these beautiful, sparkly, shiny faces, hands, some have it in their hair. Look at the amazing thing that is our blessed bodies gathered in this sacred space together. Everybody in this space and beyond is a holy, beautiful, sacred thing. Every person, sacred being made of stardust. Take a moment now just to marvel at how extra glittery we all are today. Thank you.
Every Sunday, the offering provides an opportunity to practice giving without expectation of a return. We give to support the life of this congregation. We give from joy in our hearts to create a world we wish to see. Truly, generosity is one of the spiritual values we recognize as central to our personal and institutional well-being. You are now invited to participate in the blessing of giving as the ushers come among you to accept the gifts of the congregation. You may also give online via the QR code on the back of the order of service. Thank you.
There you go.
Sorry. I stopped moving. Okay.
Is that me?
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say. We don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are. But that won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricade, reaching for the sun. We are warriors. Yeah, that's what we've become.
Yeah, that's what we become.
I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, but we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown it out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love, 'cause there's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whenever the words wanna cut me down, I'll send a flood to drown them out.
Keep watching on.
Oh, 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 this is me.
Friends, look at all of our sparkly selves. We are shimmery, sparkly, glittery people ready to take this light out into the world. Look out, because here we come. And we're marching on to the beat that we drum. We are not scared to be seen, are we? No, we are not scared to be seen. We make no apologies. This is us. May it ever be so.